You talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents. The first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Moore fires left. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Moore will throw. Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Moore from the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Dante Moore. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
There he goes. The 40. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Buys time to his left. He'll pull it down. QB got it himself. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Second down to the air. Finds his tight end. Got enough space. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Motion from the wide receiver. Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Still looking. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Here's Moore to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Snatches it on the right. Off to the races. He is in. Touchdown, Ducks.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. He'll go out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and boy, you can live with that kind of return every time. at this Bulldog offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Sets his feet. It's Stockton. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Throwing more. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. Turns it on in midfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Knocked down immediately.
But one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having Moore come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. You see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Snags it over the middle. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Hits inside, it's Frazier. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. Moving out to the right. Gets rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot at maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Keeps it moving, it's Davison. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore. Out wide left, it's Stewart. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running inside. It's Humphries. Oh, he's got some space. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Georgia! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. That's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Handoff for Frazier.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And he missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the ground, it's Hill. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Making the adjustment. Dante Moore fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Turning it on at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. Running wide open down the gut of the field. All the way. Touchdown, Ducks. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Still looking to his right. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing more. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right side, it's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The run inside, it's Davison. Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Buying a little time to his left. Slings it downfield. Nearly intercepted.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. On target to the left. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to take a shot. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Drops back on first down. Turns up, it's Humphries. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Rush is on. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, pressure's coming. Connection to the right. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here's a give to Frazier. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 9 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Hoosiers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And it moves their mark to 8-1 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. And he never had a chance.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. And he gets rid of it.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
They kick it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Changing the routes with his receivers. Moore. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and long here. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner or Champ Bailey or Keely Ringo and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning first down. And what that does for a defense, they win first down, they force 2nd and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation. 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. The hand to the running back. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
They'll ride him again. Here's a little room there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll go play action with Moore. He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. He just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dante Moore. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. An explosive return takes it all the way back to the 28 before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He's got it for the 2-point conversion. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Here's Moore to throw. Between the hashes, it's Bear. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Moore will throw. Moves to his right. The throw. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Throwing more. They're all over it. Left side, it's Bear. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The running back takes his track off right tackle here. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bear.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to take off. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Nowhere to go. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Keep it on the ground. Just smothered on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
Trying to take it back. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go to the counter. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Push is ahead. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. The Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. Teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. You're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.